Welcome to a Who Really Countdown of the 10 most coffee-consuming nations on Earth by annual per capita coffee consumption. Some like it hot, some like it cold, and some like it with cheese? Sit down and get comfortable because in this Who Really Countdown, we'll take a look at the 10 most over-caffeinated nations on Earth. Number 10 on our list is a country which holds the current world record for the largest smoothie ever made, the world's smallest snowman, and the world's fastest human-powered submarine. Weighing in at a respectable 14.33 pounds per person per year, it's Canada. When they aren't playing hockey, ice fishing, or ice skating, the Canadians can often be found drinking coffee. Canadians drink their fair share of drip coffee, though espresso is common in Canada as well. Now moving on to number 9. Number 9 is the first country in the world to make public transportation completely free to all citizens. It also has the highest per capita GDP in the world and boasts the highest per capita car ownership inside the European Union. Matching the Canadians pound for pound at 14.33 pounds per person per year, it's Luxembourg. When they aren't taking a free bus ride to work, trekking through the rolling hills, or shocking Europe by winning Eurovision song contests, Luxembourgers can often be found drinking coffee. Coffee is almost always served hot in Luxembourg, and for their morning cup, Luxembourgers usually reach for black coffee, either in the form of an espresso shot or an Americano. Later in the day, Luxembourgers generally prefer to add a bit of milk to their brew and prefer lattes and cappuccinos for their afternoon cup. Now moving on to number 8. The number 8 coffee drinking country on Earth is known for setting world records in the most Mentos dropped in Diet Coke simultaneously, the longest continuous structure made of chocolate, and holds the current world record for the most people to fit inside a Volkswagen Up at the same time. Coming in at 15 pounds of coffee per person per year, it's Belgium. When they aren't singing and dancing inside one of Belgium's mini castles, eating French fries, Belgian fries, or setting new world records in waffle stacking, the Belgians can often be found drinking coffee. Belgians generally prefer to drink espresso variants, the most popular of which being the café au lait. However, Belgians sometimes take the extra step of Belgianizing the café au lait by topping it with whipped cream, cinnamon, cocoa, or chocolate shavings. Now moving on to number 7. The number 7 coffee-consuming nation on our list is a country which holds the world record for the largest personal collection of Do Not Disturb signs, the world's longest tunnel, and the world record for the most alphorns played simultaneously. Coming in at 17.42 pounds of coffee per person per year, it's Switzerland. When they're not jumping off mountains in wingsuits, flying through the air with jetpacks, or designing and driving the world's fastest accelerating electric car, the Swiss can often be found drinking coffee. Hot espresso drinks are by far the most commonly consumed coffee drinks across Switzerland, with the Café Crema standing out as the unique Swiss espresso variant of note. Now moving on to number 6. Over 50% of the next country on our list is covered in forest. It's a country that is also home to the world's largest apparel brand and the world's largest furniture store. Logging a respectable 18 pounds of coffee per capita per annum, it's Sweden. When they're not awarding Nobel Prizes in peace and science, rocking out to ABBA songs, or enjoying some delicious Swedish meatballs, the Swedes can often be found drinking coffee. When they're on one of their many daily fikas, the Swedes generally prefer boiled and steeped black coffee called co-café. Now moving on to number 5. The next country on our list is home to a human population which is greatly outnumbered by bicycles. It holds a world record for the most people performing a cartwheel at the same time, and is also home to the longest bicycle ever made. Coming in at 18.52 pounds of coffee per person per year, it's the Netherlands. When they're not setting world records in women's track and field, biking to school or work, or punching above their weight in European Cup and World Cup soccer, the Dutch can often be found drinking coffee. The type of coffee the Dutch reach for at home can vary widely from person to person. But when going out for a cup, the Dutch usually ask for an espresso drink in the form of a cappuccino, a latte, or a straight espresso. Now moving on to number 4. Number 4 on our list is a country that holds the current world record for the most matches held inside a man's nostrils at once. It frequently ranks among the world's happiest countries, and was home to the world's first amusement park in recorded history. Consuming coffee at a rate of 19.18 pounds per person per year, it's Denmark! When they're not out for a run, out for a swim, or marching through the streets with skeleton makeup on, holding up white flags with black crosses on them and riding on horses, the Danish can often be found drinking coffee. When it's time to get caffeinated inside Denmark, the Danes most frequently reach for a cappuccino, a cortado, or a flat white. Now on to number 3. Number 3 on our list is a country known for having the most published writers per capita, the lowest military spending per capita, and the most internet users in the world per capita. This tiny volcanic nation with a population under 500,000 people guzzles coffee like a Humvee guzzles diesel. Consuming coffee at a rate of 19.84 pounds per person per year, it's Iceland! When they aren't celebrating their Viking heritage, winning international strongman competitions, or hitting the Spjord note in Eurovision song contests, the Icelanders can often be found drinking coffee. The most popular coffee drinks inside Iceland are the latte, the cappuccino, and the macchiato. Now moving on to the number 2 coffee-consuming nation on Earth. Coming in at number 2 on our list is a country which holds the Guinness World Record for the largest fish cake ever made, the fastest half marathon run in an animal costume, and the world's tallest ice cream cone. Consuming coffee at a rate of 21.82 pounds per capita per annum, it's Norway! When they aren't dominating the Winter Olympics, making giant fish cakes, or hiking through one of the country's mini forests, the Norwegians can often be found drinking coffee. The Norwegian preferred mode of coffee consumption is coca cafe, that is, boiling ground coffee, allowing it to steep for a few minutes and then pouring the mixture through a filter before drinking it hot and black. That being said, Norwegians also do consume espresso drinks, especially when going out for coffee. The most commonly consumed espresso drinks inside Norway are straight espressos, cortados, and cappuccinos. And now, onto a nation that needs no introduction but will get one anyway. The number 1 coffee-consuming nation on Earth, it's Finland! Finland boasts a world record for the most nationalities to fit inside a sauna at the same time, the world record for the most wife-carrying world championship victories, and is also home to the most heavy metal bands per capita. Finland consumes coffee at a supernatural rate of 26.45 pounds per person per year. When they aren't foraging in the wilderness, cracking ice with logs, or dirt bike base jumping over trees into bogs, the Finns can often be found drinking coffee. It's not uncommon to find Finnish adults who can down anywhere from 8 to 9 cups of coffee per day. The Finns generally prefer light roasts, and are also unique among Europeans in that they prefer drip coffee over espresso drinks. The overall Finnish approach to coffee can best be described as all day, every day. That'll do it for this Top 10 Countdown. If you liked the video, please give it a like, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh, and if you'd like to know who puts cheese in their coffee, click on this video.